Hello, this is Real World Audio. And for those of you who have been following this channel for a while, and also for those of you who have just joined and just found this channel, probably you all have the question, what is Real World Audio? And I can tell you it is not a company. I do not have, and I am not affiliated with any audio companies. Real World Audio is a concept that I came up, and here we go. I will talk about it a little bit because this is something which is, I would say, the core of my little YouTube channel, and and it's something that I want to share with the world, my view on audio and that what that means. So to me, audio is not the end, it's not the purpose, it is a path. And my goal with the whole thing is to create a connection with music. And this is something that is very, I would not say it's difficult, but it's something that I have noticed that this is what people truly crave about audio, to really have a relationship with the music you are listening to get to your composer, to get to your singer, or get to your drums, or whatever draws you into music. Because all of us who are audiophiles, who are music lovers, who are musicians, we are here because we feel a strong bond to the world of music, to the world of sound. And I always had this, even as a kid, even as a child. I was really fascinated by music. I had the fortune to grow up with family members who were extremely gifted singers and other musicians. I also had the fortune that my parents kept classical music records at home. So as a kid, the music that I played for myself, that I put on the record player, was classical music most often. And you do not see that too much with kids nowadays, and probably not any time in the past 50 years that someone grows up that when he plays music, his first preference would be classical music. So I would say that this is how my life started as a music lover. Is like an extreme exposure to classical music. So by the time I reached adulthood, classical music came to me or became part of me like a second nature. So when I listen to Bach, Beethoven, or Handel, or Tchaikovsky, or anything else, any other composer, I listen with a very different attitude, very different maturity than most people who approach the subject. And this is true for every music genre where you go into, or you are curious, or you are interested in. As you spend more time with it, your appreciation and your understanding of what it is really about, what they are telling you, how are they transmitting their thoughts, their concepts, the energy that's contained in the music. And I hope that this is also part of your journey to get to the core of music, that music is not just sound. I hope you are not into audio just because you want to hear the saxophone or the drums, or Nora Jones sound like she sounded in the studio exactly. I think that's a very noble goal, though. And if you achieve it or you get close to it, it's a huge achievement, huge success. But to me, just the superficiality is superficiality. And if if you have this as your purpose to make the playback exactly the same as you heard in the studio, please do not let me discourage you. Continue it and work on it, because you will give all of us very important feedback, very important knowledge, very important experiences. But I really hope that you as an engineer will go beyond the point of just reproducing the easily quantifiable aspects of the sound, and you start looking for, listening for not just how it sounds, but what you feel when Nora Jones is singing. Do you have that feeling when the music is being played back to you? Not just that the articulation is similar and frequency range is similar, but what is in her heart and in her soul? Does it come to you through the recording? To me, this is the number one criteria, that the recording has the same effect as the real music had, and not that the recording sounds just like what the engineer heard at his studio monitors when he was recording. To me, what we hear at the studio monitor is really secondary, and also if we are resorted to record in a studio, then we are compromising the acoustics a lot compared to recording at a venue which is prepared to perform there, like a concert hall, or at a church, which like a cathedral acoustics. Circling back to real world audio, I think it is absolutely crucial that we keep realistic during our pursuit with audio, and by that I mean that do not go overboard in expenditures. So I think the questions can be answered by throwing more money at it, but they should not be answered with that sort of attitude. I really find that nature of our lifestyle, I mean mankind's lifestyle of just wasting our resources endlessly, extremely childish, at least. And my attitudes towards resources around myself is to use them at their fullest. So that's why when I show you different things on this channel, I will not show you the latest gadgets that just came out yesterday and I am the first to review them, and then I get 1 billion followers and tons of likes because I'm giving you something that no one else reviewed yet. No, I am showing you stuff that you might find in like a second-hand store, or maybe on the curbside, or maybe on eBay or other online areas where you can procure stuff. And I really hate when these things, when these audio components just get thrown and tossed to the curb, and they are just ultimately are condemned to be landfill. So I do what I can to bring new life into these tossed away toys, and to my surprise, and I hope to your surprise as well, it is just extremely stunning how much life you can put back into older and discarded audio gear, or even into technologies which are discarded by our current audio hygiene or audio industry standards, or what I would say as the hype of our age. And with proper care and proper knowledge, you can breathe in entirely new life into these discarded toys and make them sound in a way that brings out the musicality in them, which means that when you listen to it, it has the same effect to you as real music has, and it will not bring you in a state of mind that you will be fascinated by the equipment that's playing, and your focus is on the audio gear and how fantastic the audio gear is, but it lets you focus on the music and let your imagination go wild, that how amazing that music is. And so this is my journey that I'm sharing with you on how to bring out the best from your music system that you already have. I'm showing you those things that I have gone through, those toys and babies that I have, what I have done to them. And these are not just specific instructions, but you will see that they can be applied to a much wider range of gear than I just present to them. So if I post a video on a certain subject, I really recommend for you to look at it even if you are not interested on that subject, because all of my videos contain a wide array of information. And the title is just to cover, I would say, the most, like the central aspect of that video, but it's going to have a lot of ramifications that you can use in other areas of life. And I often found that the information that you need the most, you will not find by typing in specific word at your searches. Because the problem is that to solve your problem, you need an answer for which you don't know the question yet. So if you are thinking that you need a specific answer for your specific problem, then I have found that in 90% of those cases you will go wrong, because your problem is not where you think your problem lays. And if you are keeping your focus, your vision, too focused, too narrowed down on a specific subject, then you will miss the big picture and you will miss that area that really requires attention. So that's why I recommend for you to watch my videos, because in many cases I'm telling you things that you might not be able to use today, but is a pointer for you. Maybe next year you will be in a situation that that advice will apply for you. And I'm giving out literally loads and tons of advices on very specific cases and what to watch out for, which are gear if you want to buy right now, you have to pay an arm and a leg and it's totally inaccessible. But if you wait a decade, during that decade, you will run into at least 2 or 3 scenarios like that when those items are coming to you at almost no cost, maybe at a price of a case of beer or even for free. And all you have to know is that you have to be prepared for the moment, because if you are not prepared for that, number one, you will not realize that fortune that you run across, and number two, you will not be prepared to take that opportunity. So that's why I really recommend a number of my videos just to hang on and be informed, because I'm preparing you for your future. And of course, everyone wants everything to happen right now, and no one can wait 10 years. But I'm telling you, I have been in the audio journey for many decades now, intensively for 20 years. And I can tell you, by looking back at it, these 20 years really went by like a second. And the plan that what you want to execute in the next 10 years, or an opportunity that you wait for the next 10 years, it will be passing very, very soon. And you need to keep your eyes open. And this is a very important consideration when today you are at a situation that you cannot afford expensive gear. Then this is what you truly need. You need to be prepared that when you are running into these deals, then you are ready to take them and you know what to do with them. Because the problem is that audio gear are not a very easy, not a straightforward thing to deal with. Audio is like solving a mathematical equation with 500 unknowns. And it's a very, very complex equation. And I've experienced that the problem of audiophiles is twofold. Either you do not know enough of the subject you are looking at, or you know quite a bit of it, but still not enough. So that's why when you are looking at my channel, those people who are at the beginning of their journey will benefit the most, because I can give you direction and experiences, and you are still in a phase of your audio life when you are open for ideas, you are open for suggestion. And as you progress along your path and you collect experiences, those will enrich your life, but they will also be your greatest shackles. All of us, what we do is we generalize our experiences, and because we need the skill of generalization to go from one step to the next and to have a compass in this really complicated world of audio. But this internal compass that we develop, it's also our greatest limit, because it prohibits you from experimenting with things that you deem inferior or not worthy to explore. And it's just, I would say, in every single case with every single audio file, that was the biggest step in their audio path, when they could just put one or two of these preconceptions aside and to step to the next level. And those of you who are at the end of your audio journey, or you are engineers, you are professional engineers working at audio companies, maybe you are the head of the research department, you will be also the ones who will benefit most, because I am telling a lot of information which comes as a synthesis of a vast array of knowledge. And you are the only ones who can truly appreciate what you are getting. And those people who have closed minds, they will just focus on those points where they have a limited set of experiences, and not see the greater picture. But I really hope so that I have followers who work for companies, audio companies, and if I help in your path to bring you new ideas, to help you to facilitate your job at putting together just some seemingly unrelated areas where you can just catapult your research to the next level, or maybe just add an unknown variable to your puzzle and help with that. That's also something that is a good thing. And if you are one of these persons and you have a question for me, just type it in and I will be happy to answer any questions that I get in the comment section. So here now we have over 650 subscribers on this channel, and thank you everyone for subscribing, for viewing my videos, and I hope they have been helpful. And this video is now getting really long, so I'm closing it. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and continue on your audio journey. Bye bye.